Hey, this is James and my channel Cadroll Hunter. Today we are going to be hunting a box of quarters. So I went to my bank and asked if they had some quarters, and this is what I got. And I opened it up and I can see that we have here 50 rolls of customer wrapped quarters, which is what we want in Canadian quarters. If we get machine rolled, actually this is a machine roll, it looks like somebody's taken it out and then put it back in. If we get these rolls like this, they've usually gone through, well, they have gone through Canada's alloy recovery program, which strips out all of the old coins, anything that's nickel, anything that's silver. So in these bank wrapped roll, or these customer wrapped rolls, we're bound to get anything. What we really want to see here, of course, is silver. We want to get some good color enamels. Anything that's low mintage, like a 1991 would be fantastic. They're really hard to come by. And any other varieties we're going to look for. And so we're going to get into this, and we're going to bring you in anytime we find something. Second coin of roll number one, and we got a really nice 1979. It's not a rare one or that old, but it's actually in pretty good condition. And when they're this nice, I tend to put them aside. So we're going to put that up here on the board as our first find. Same roll a couple quarters back, and we got a 2009 men's hockey. And this one's in pretty decent shape, and not a little bit of circulation. I'll set it aside for now. I always look back at these at the end to see if it's one that I want to keep, but we'll put it on the board and we'll keep looking. Same roll, and it looks like we've got here, it's a 2000. This is one of the years where they did a coin every month. This is the Pride one. There are a few varieties that we can look for in some of these. Some have rotated dies. This one is not a rotated die. It's actually right, that looks good. But this one's in pretty decent shape, so I'm going to pull it aside. We'll add it to the board over here, and we'll keep going. We're still in our first roll, and this is pretty exciting because we found a 2021 quarter, and this is the first one that I found. So it, of course, as we would expect, looks pretty shiny and pretty nice. Not much in the way of circulation, so I'm going to set this aside. This might mean that we've got a chance of getting other 2021s in the box, and so I'll probably keep the best and put it in my collection, but that's the first one that I found so far. Same roll, and we've got ourselves a really nice looking Vancouver 2010 coin. This is a 2009 issue cross-country skiing, and I'm going to pull this aside as well. Roll number two, we found a couple of older coins, a 76 and a 75. They're not keepers by any stretch, but it just means that in this roll and in this box, there's some older stuff here, and so I'm just hopeful we're going to find some silver, might find some interesting ones. 1970 is another one that's a low mint. We'll see. Roll number two, and I just flipped this over, and we've got ourselves a 2015 color enamel Canada flag, which is awesome. That's the first color enamel we found. We're going to add that to the pile, and hopefully there's a bunch more. Roll number three, and this is a clear plastic roll, and I thought maybe we had something that could have been an old silver, but I think it's just really chewed up. And so we'll try to get in and see what we've got here. I think it's just going to be a really damaged coin. Same roll, we've got another really nice Olympic coin. This is the snowboarding one. It's in pretty great shape, so I'm going to pull it aside. I probably won't show you all of those finds, but I might give you a little recap every once in a while just to show you our progress here. Roll number four, we found our second color enamel. It's the 2006 breast cancer research. It's in decent shape. I can see some scratches on the coin. I'll pull it aside for now. We'll decide if we're going to keep it, and there are our finds so far. Roll number five, and we've got a 2004 color poppy. Roll number seven, and we've got another really nice looking 2000. This is a natural legacy, and just some light circulation, and I'll pull that one aside as well. Same roll, and we've got a 1973 coin with the Mountie on it. This is one of my favorites. This has a super rare variety, and we'll hold on to this and check it. There's a small bust and a large bust. The large bust was from the earlier year when they made it smaller, but there were a small number that went through that's extremely rare. I've never found one. They're quite valuable, but we'll add this to the finds here, and we'll have a closer look at it later. Roll number 8, and we found a really nice, this is the end coin. It's the Arctic Expedition coin. There are 2 varieties of this. One that has, you can see this one has the frosted finish on the people in the foreground, and the other one, they're sort of a polished finish where there's other elements of the design that is a frosted finish. So this one looks really good. And I'll just put it under the scope here, and we can just sort of see some of the detail. Lots of detail on these coins. You can't quite see the frosted finish in there, but really beautiful coin. Roll number 10, and with the obverse facing us, I can see this is a 2006 breast cancer research one, and in pretty nice condition, and lots of color on that one, so we're going to put that into our finds. Roll number 12, and I can see from the obverse showing this is the 2017 Hope for a Green Future. Not the color version which we were hoping for. And it's not in the best of shape. These are minted at about at 20 million. So they're not exceedingly rare necessarily. But if they were in really beautiful shape, I would pull them out. I won't pull this one out. Roll 15, we found our first Provincial quarter. It's a British Columbia. And we can just flip it over and see the obverse, and there's the Queen. And that's a nice looking coin. We're going to put it aside. Same roll, just bringing you in because I got a 1978 in terrible shape with the Ring of Death there, but 1978 has a couple of varieties you can look for, and it has to do with these denticles on the side. There's a small denticle, which is this one, and a large denticle. And the large denticle, these are significantly longer. So another variety you can look for. Roll 18, and I just laid the roll down, and we got another really nice looking Provincial coin. This is the 1992 Ontario. Same roll, we've got the Newfoundland, and again, it's in really great shape. And a lot of these Provincial ones were given out in sets and have been set aside, and people just, at some point in time, just go and spend them. So you can find them now, even though they're from 1992, you can find them in actually really great condition. Roll 21, and we got a really nice looking Cindy Clausen. It's not the color version though. Hopefully we find one of those, but we're going to add this to our board as well. And look at that same roll, just a couple coins later, another one. And this one looks, you can just see it's in beautiful condition. So we're going to set that aside as well. And last coin of the roll, I just flipped it over and found another 2004 color poppy. Roll 22, we got a Nova Scotia 1992. It's got some scratches on it, but we'll put it in our finds. Well, we're halfway through this box on roll 25, and I'm bringing you in because we found a pretty nice looking 1985. Not a lot of wear. I'm going to put this one aside. It is not low mintage or rare in any way, but it's in pretty nice shape for being a pretty old coin. Roll number 27, and obverse facing, we've got another 2006 color enamel breast cancer research. Same roll, and we've got a DeSalisbury War of 1812 commemorative color enamel. Roll 28, and we're going to have our oldest coin so far. It is from the 60s. It's a 1969. This is 1 year off of silver. 1968 was the last year that Canada made silver quarters, and 68, some of them were silver and some of them were nickel. This is obviously definitely nickel, and we're going to keep on looking and see if we can find something silvery. Same roll, and we found ourselves in 1974, and it's still got a little bit of mint luster, not really anywhere. We'll set that aside too. Still on the same roll, and we found ourselves a beautiful 1978. Look at that. That is just, looks like it's just right fresh from the mint. And I've just thrown this one under the scope just so that you can see this 78 here is the small denticle variety. We're already in roll 30, and we can see we've got something a little bit different here. So I'm just going to flip it over, and it is a 2017 Stanley Cup one. This one is been pretty circulated, so I'm not going to hold on to it, but it's another interesting one. It's lower mintage than your average coin, and if you can find it in great shape, it's probably worth holding on to. I'm in roll 31, and we've got another design here. 2005, the Mint issued 2 commemorative coins, one for the Centennial of Alberta and one for the Centennial of Saskatchewan. And again, these are lower mintage, so if I've got these in pristine shape, this one's obviously in pretty circulated condition. I might pull it aside, but I won't keep this one. Okay, we're into roll 32, and we're going to have something here we haven't found yet, which is really strange, actually. I always check the edges when I look at the quarters, when I pull them out of the roll, and you can see right there we've got a copper edge. So that's a US quarter. So we'll just throw these down, and we will take a look. I can see the United States of America edge here, and there's the eagle. And we have a 1992. So we'll add that to our board, our first foreign, our first American. Another quarter you can be looking for is the 2001 with no mint mark. They made one with no mint mark and one with a P. I got a 2001 right here, so we'll just check it and we'll see. And it has the P, and this is in pretty circulated condition anyway. The one with no mint mark is minted at 8 million plus. The one with the P is minted at 55. So the no mint mark is significantly lower mint. Roll 35, and we have our third Poppy 2004 of the box. Roll 36, second last coin of the roll, and we found a really nice 2004 Poppy in really great condition here. So we'll pull this one aside as well. Roll 38, just put them down. The first one of the roll I can see is another Provincial quarter. It's the Ontario one. So we'll add that to our growing stack of Provincial quarters here. And I also saw, when I flattened this down, that we got another American. So let's pull it out and see. We can see it by the copper edge there. Oh, and it's a Vermont State Quarter 2001. And it is the Denver minted one. We'll add that to our pile. That's our second American. Roll 38, and our first quarter in the roll here is our first 60s quarter. It's in pretty beat up shape, but it's a 1969. And so it's not in any great shape that we want to hold on to. And I see right behind it is actually a 1986 that looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It's definitely been circulated. And it looks like we might have a roll of some older stuff. So we'll just take a look and see what we've got here. So we've got a 79, 78, an 88, or 85, another 79. So somebody's definitely put up some older coins in here. An 86. Oh, a 1968. Okay, so this is a transitional year, 1968. These were made in both silver and in nickel. So this has the look of nickel, but we're going to take, I've got my handy dandy little fridge magnet, and we're going to confirm that yes, it's magnetic. So it is nickel, so it's definitely not the silver one. We'll just keep going through this roll because it looks like we got a bunch of stuff. 1975, 1980. None of these are low mintage. 82, 74. We'd be looking for 1970, and it looks like the rest might be newer stuff. But we'd be looking for 1970 as low mintage, 1983 as low mintage. None of these ones. I'll take a look and see if any of them are in better shape worth keeping. I didn't think so when I looked at them. And I'll bring you back in if we find anything else. Roll 42, and we've got our third US of the box. It's a 1974. Roll 43, we found another nice Olympic one. I haven't shown you all of these, but this is a pretty nice aerial one here. We'll put in with our finds. Roll 45, and we found a 2004 that has definitely seen better days. This thing is looks like it's been run over by a train or something like that. Same roll, and we found our second 60s quarter, not silver. It's a 1969. It's not in great shape either, but it's an old one. Roll 46, and we found a pretty nice looking 2000. It's the community one. This is one where we can look to see if there's a P mint marks. A very small number of these were minted with the P mint mark, so we'll just flip it over. Look at the obverse, and there's no P. So this is the common variety, but it's a pretty nice example, and I'm going to keep this aside and put it with the finds. Roll 47, we got another 68. So again, I'm going to take our little magnet and see. And yeah, it is also nickel. So no silver that time. We'll keep looking. Same roll, we have a pretty dingy looking legendary nature bison with the color. But we'll add that to our color finds. And I can see a little bit further back, we've got another 1973 with the Mountie. And this looks to be the small bus variety, but we'll put it in our finds and we'll have a look at them all at the end and see if we found something really interesting. Roll 48, and we've got another 2006 breast cancer research. Looks like some of the enamels come off, but we'll throw it in with our finds. Same roll, and another one in even worse shape. Roll number 49, and we've got another Provincial quarter, this time Ontario again. Well, we're down to our last roll, and I just put them out, and I don't see any silver edges that I can tell here. So it looks like we're shut out of silver. I'm going to take a look and see if there's anything in this roll, and if not, we'll be back for a wrap up. Okay, well, the box has been hunted. We've gone through 50 rolls, and it was a little bit of a light box for me. We got 12 color enamel altogether. You can see the legendary nature in really rough condition. Probably the find of this box was the Canada flag one. I don't see that one very often. We got 5 of these breast cancer research. We got 4 of the 2004 poppies, 1 2012 DeSalaberry. And I average about 18 color enamel per box, and it varies widely. This time we got 12. We got 3 US. And again, I actually average about 15 a box, so that's pretty low. We did find our very first 2021, so I'll flip one of those up and add them to my collection. And I got a bunch of other finds that are just better condition quarters of various years that I'll look through to see if there are any that are really exceptional and keep those, and the ones that don't really quite make the cut, I will send back. We also got 6 1973 Mountie quarters, and they're all the small bust variety, which is the common one. None of them are in exceptional shape. I probably won't keep any of them. But that is our wrap up. I really hope you enjoyed my coin roll hunting video, and I thank you for watching. Please like the video, please subscribe for more videos, and hope to see you back again.